UEFA Champions League quarterfinal second leg preview. Atlético de Madrid versus FC Barcelona. The stage is set for a blockbuster second leg showdown as Atlético Madrid hosts Barcelona with a firm 2-0 advantage from the first leg at Camp Nou. That result was not just a win, it was historic, marking Atlético's first victory at Camp Nou in 20 years, and it has tilted the balance of this tie heavily in favor of Diego Simeone's men. But if there is one club synonymous with impossible European nights, it is FC Barcelona. The big question remains, can history repeat itself? Yes, you heard me. The big question remains, can history repeat itself, or will Atlético de Madrid finally shut the door? First leg recap. A painful night for Barcelona. Barcelona's 2-0 defeat at home came under dramatic circumstances. A red card to Pau Cubarsí changed the entire dynamic of the game, leaving the Catalans vulnerable. Recall that Pau Cubarsí fouled Julian Alvarez on an attempt to score a goal. He was the last man standing and was given a red card after initially giving a yellow card. VAR review made that call a red card, and Barcelona had to play with 10 men in that encounter. Julian Alvarez struck just before halftime with a tenderous free kick. That was the first goal of the match. Then the second goal came from a substitute, Alexandra Solid, who came in as Ademola Lookman was substituted out. Alexandra Solid sealed the win in the 70th minute. It was a tactical masterclass from Diego Simeone, whose side executed their game plan with discipline and ruthlessness. Let us look at the head-to-head this season between Atlético de Madrid and FC Barcelona. This will be their 6th meeting between both sides this season. FC Barcelona has won 3, Atlético de Madrid has won 2. There have been no draws in all 5 previous encounters this season. However, Atlético's victory have carried greater weight and pain. A crushing Copa del Rey semi-final triumph that was a 4-0 first leg victory, knocking out Barcelona on a 4-3 aggregate. Even though Barcelona won the second leg encounter 3-0, that first leg crushing 4-0 victory was enough to overturn everything. The current 2-0 Champions League first leg win. This trend shows that while Barcelona may win more often, Atlético win when it matters most. Barcelona and the spirit of comeback. FC Barcelona's Champions League history is filled with legendary turnaround. Let us review some of those turnaround. FC Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain in 2017 Champions League encounter, La Remontada. The first leg encounter saw PSG won at Paris 4-0, but in the second leg encounter, Barcelona overturned the tie by winning 6-1, meaning they qualified on a 6-5 aggregate. That was at the quarterfinal stage of the Champions League. It was the era of the MSN, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. That particular show was more of a Neymar show as he scored twice in that encounter. Another comeback was Barcelona versus AC Milan in the 2013 Champions League encounter. Barcelona lost the first leg to AC Milan 2-0, but came back and won the second leg 4-0. Another incident was Barcelona versus Chelsea FC at the 2000 Champions League encounter. The first leg saw Chelsea won 3-1 at the Stamford Bridge, but Barcelona staged a comeback at Camp Nou and won 5-1, progressing on a 6-4 aggregate. And lastly, a long time ago, in 1993, Barcelona versus Dynamo Kiev. Dynamo Kiev won the first leg encounter 3-1, but Barcelona staged a comeback and won the second leg encounter 4-1. These moments define Barcelona's European DNA, but there's a catch. Most of these comebacks happen at Camp Nou, not away from home. Team news and key concern. Barcelona. Rafinha is sidelined with injury, and that's a serious concern because Rafinha is the best left winger for Barcelona. Marcus Rashford on loan has struggled to impress, missing key chances in the first leg. Let us look at key players to watch out in this encounter. Lamine Yamal, a generational talent on the right wing, is the most talented player in this encounter. Robert Lewandowski, experience and goals. He may be 37 years old, but his experience has really helped the Barcelona team, scoring goals when it mattered most. Ferran Torres, capable of decisive moments. Ferran Torres also has stepped up in most Barcelona's game. Pedri and Dani Olmo, midfield creativity. They have been so good at the midfield, creating chances. Fermin Lopez, energy and attacking threat. target. He's an attacking midfielder who is also very useful for Barcelona. And finally, Joan Garcia, a reliability between the posts. He is a world-class goalkeeper. On the side of Atlético de Madrid, Ademola Lookman, their January signing, has been very exceptional for the team this season. Julian Alvarez is also a player that has been very, very useful for Atlético Madrid. And of course, Alexandra Solid, who scored in the last encounter, is also a player to watch out for. Tactical battle, Flick versus Simeone. This clash is not just about players, it's about two elite minds. Hansi Flick, known for attacking football and tactical flexibility. Diego Simeone, master of defensive structure and counter attack. Flick will demand aggression, high pressing and early goals. Simeone, on the other hand, will rely on discipline, compactness and lethal encounters. What to expect? Barcelona must score at least 2 goals to stay alive. Atletico will aim to defend deep and exploit spaces. An early Barcelona goal could completely shift momentum. If Atletico scores first, the tie could effectively be over. This match promises intensity, tactical warfare, possible heartbreak, potential history. Final verdict: Barcelona have the history, talent and belief to attempt another miracle, but doing it away from home against a Simeone side is only the hardest task in football. Atletico Madrid hold the advantage, but against Barcelona in Europe, you can never say never. Will we witness another historic remontada, or will Atletico Madrid finally break Barcelona's Europe spirit? The answer awaits on the pitch. For more updates on the Champions League and football stories, subscribe to Avoncola's production and Avoncola movie on YouTube. You can also follow us on TikTok at Avoncola, at Avoncola Studio, at Achebulu David, at Avoncola24. I remain your host and sport presenter, Achebulu Joinwojo David, reporting for Avoncola Service. On behalf of the management team of Avoncola Services, we want to thank you for taking our time to watch this particular episode to the very end. We hope to see you in subsequent episodes. It is goodbye from us for now. Thanks at Avoncola's production and Avoncola movie. Copyright Avoncola Services.